Guys, on today's vlog, we have one of our members, Clint, from Media Exchange joining us. We're going to learn all about his business. Guys, welcome back to the vlog. I've got here with me Clint from Media Exchange, mate. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thanks for having me.
It's funny because I see you around, but there's hundreds of people here and I don't get to meet everyone, but it's nice to be able to put a name to the face. I'm really glad that you're on today for a couple of reasons. Well, firstly, I want to educate the audience on who Media Exchange is, what you guys do, and all the great things that you've got going on. So do you want to give them the high-low?
Yeah, sure, thanks. Media Exchange, we are an independent media agency that launched beginning of March, just pre-COVID last year. And yeah, we pretty much work with clients from startups all the way through to big corporates, and clients use us as an extension of their marketing team. So if it's traditional media and they want a great deal on a media buy for TV or radio, right through to managing social media for clients who just don't have the in-house team and support around them to be able to do it themselves, then yeah, we can help.
Super cool. I'm going to link all of Clint and Media Exchange's details in the description below. What I wanted to ask you about, though, there's been a lot of controversy over maybe the last quarter around Facebook. And now Apple's jumped in, and now Apple's blocking Facebook pixels. And Facebook, I think, for the most part, has potentially abused some of their gift. And for me, for what it's worth, I've deleted Facebook, I've deleted WhatsApp, I've deleted Messenger. Just don't feel like I'm getting a lot out of those platforms. But Apple's come to the market in most recently and said, we're actually going to block Facebook for media pixeling to help Facebook with their improving their targets. What are you seeing? What do you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a power play that's going on at the moment. I think Apple was known for privacy, and it's protective of that. And I think it probably wants to get back to its roots and make sure that it's reassuring their users that use and buy their devices is that your data is protected.
Yep.
And I think we as marketers we know how useful the data can be to target your ads and to get results.
Well, I've got to be honest, I prefer being targeted with my ads because for the most part they are relevant. I guess what I didn't like was when I'd be talking about, I don't know, surfboards, buying surfboard from my daughter, or hey, let's go surfing at this place or that place, and then everything to do with surfboards, every accessory and all the rest of it. I did appreciate it for a minute, but now you can't even say anything without something showing up in the feed.
So do you think you're being recorded? Like
look,
voice recorded?
Definitely being recorded somehow.
Yeah.
It's too coincidental otherwise. What can you, as an expert, what can you tell me though?
Well, it's interesting that you say that because I think a lot of us have the same kind of feelings about that, and we're wondering who is listening to our conversations. And I've had those same thoughts, those same feelings, and I'm wondering whether my device is listening to me.
Totally.
Facebook did come out several years ago and flatly deny and refuse that they are listening to us. But I think the thing is because the tech that they use is so intuitive, it's so creative. They use AI. Their platforms is all around geared towards getting results for clients. So if you tap in on your Apple device, or if you're using an Apple or any other device.
Are you Apple?
I use an Apple, all devices. And you're searching for a surfboard, you're probably going to start seeing ads from
So what's interesting is I actually use Google Chrome.
Okay. Yeah.
Because where Creative Cubes is built on the G Suite.
Yeah.
But I don't log in on my Chrome. I log in on my Safari to social media. I used to anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know, and my Cubes email address is not tied to my social, so I do think they're listening.
Yeah.
I was a little freaked out initially. I had more of an appreciation because things that are being served to me are relevant and interesting. But as a marketer, I love the ability to be able to serve at the right time.
Yeah.
As a consumer, I do feel a bit of invasion going on.
Yeah.
And so,
yeah, I think we all probably feel very invaded. And so I think, yeah, it's this struggle between doing what's right and protecting privacy, and then trying to serve the right ads at the right place at the right time to get results for an advertiser or a brand. And it's interesting that you say, that you do appreciate it, that it is so targeted, but there is some fear around, are they actually listening to me? And I don't think, hopefully they aren't, but I guess we'll never really know the answer to that question unless they come out saying they are.
well, I think there's a couple things there. Firstly, I think Zuck, for how I feel anyway, I feel Zuck has definitely gone too far. I think he's gone too far for different things. And I think that the train's left the station for the most part, and it's too hard to rein it in. I don't want to judge the man because I don't walk in his shoes. And I'm sure there's some stuff, my shit stinks as well. So it is what it is, to be fair.
Yeah.
But for me, I kind of backed out of it a little bit, not knowing. But I take that hat off, and I put the entrepreneur hat on, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, I think that's the challenge, and I think as a brand, as a business, you want to attract the right people into your business. Mm-hmm. Just the same with me.
Yep.
And yeah, I think that it's good to be aware of what's going on, but also maybe have a plan in place to not rely so heavily on one media.
Yeah.
And I guess YouTube has really taken off over the last few years. It's the number one social media platform in terms of consumption. So it just pips Facebook, and then you've got Messenger as well. TikTok exploded in 2019. We've seen a threefold increase in 2020. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with TikTok over the next 12 months.
Clubhouse, in, out, indifferent?
I did my first Clubhouse. I actually jumped in with Lisa Tay, who I think is
Lisa was here last week.
And Nick Bell and Gabby. I was on the first one that they did.
Well, they've all sat in that seat.
Okay. Oh, cool. Well, I feel very honored. But so that was an interesting experience. I'd been hearing a lot of chatter about Clubhouse, and I thought I've just got to jump in and experience it. And I think those guys did as well. They actually had some technical issues, but they sorted it out. They managed. Lisa padded out as much as she could, but she did a good job. And I think that's an audio sharing platform. So opportunities for podcasters and creators is amazing in that space. Yeah. So I'm really interested to see what happens in that space, and whether they try to, how they are going to monetize it, over the next maybe 12.
Because it's months. For the most part, it's in sort of like a live beta right now. You have to be invited. If you want to invite, reach out. I'll happily add you. I think it's pretty cool. Guys, Clint, Media Exchange, all the details below. If you need help, SEM, SEO, social, content, marketing support. If you've got a team in-house, but they're overloaded and you need an extra person on the team, hit him up. His details in the below. Thanks for watching today. See you guys soon.
Cheers, guys.